Alright, so I just discovered this crazy link between AI psychology and human psychology, and I've got to share it with you. So the other day, I was building this really cool AI system for myself, personal AI system, where it has all of the background about me, my goals, what I care about, my projects. It has total oversight of everything. And so I've been building this thing up and giving it more information, and it's performing really well, and I've been really pleased with the results. But then the other day I was working with it, and it made a mistake. No big deal. AI make mistakes. And then it made another one, and another one. And I could tell interacting with it that it was dumber and slower. And I thought, oh no, I think I know what's going on. It was so bloated with all of this information and all of the tools and things that it needed to use that there wasn't very much room left in its capability to actually reason about some of the questions that I was asking it. And when I realized how bloated this thing got, I spent several hours getting rid of the bloat and really trimming down that fat. And the interesting part was when I realized that there was this bloat, the first thing I tried to do was to ask it, hey, can you fix yourself? You know, you're obviously answering these questions in an incorrect way, and you're just super slow. Can you fix yourself? And I realized pretty quickly that actually it was, of course, less able to fix itself because it had to rely on its own capability, right? And so the worse the bloat got, the harder it would be for it to even diagnose itself and fix itself, for it to even know what was going on. So it's like this death spiral, this loop that can get out of hand really quickly. And so ideally, what would fix this is you'd have a second agent that didn't have any of the bloat, none of the information, and just look with a fresh lens on this bloated AI agent and then fix everything. And humans are exactly the same. Now this is where it gets a little scary, because I'd say the bloat that we have are our past, all of these ideas and judgments and memories and stories that we tell ourselves, and we continually ingest these stories in social media or our friend groups or our culture, or the stories that we just keep telling ourselves or our family, and we just keep over and over and over again. And pretty soon our heads can be so full of all of these opinions that really weren't ours to begin with, that it's hard to find something that's truly genuine and authentic, something that we ourselves personally wrestled with and got to the bottom of, and that now we've earned this bit of not just knowledge but wisdom from experience. And I think a lot of people don't have that capacity anymore, because you get so bloated up. It's like, what lens do you even use to look at this new bit of information? And you can get lost pretty quickly. And so trying to get out of that can be like this bloated model trying to fix itself. It's like catch-22. You've got to be able to see clearly in order to fix the thing that's blocking you from seeing clearly. So I'd suppose that the equivalent for human beings has been to go to a trusted family member, friend, counselor, mentor, therapist, something like that. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But what I anticipate is going to happen in the very near future is that AI is going to enter this equation very quickly. And in fact, that's a big part of what I'm building with Mindware, my project, that instead of having everybody relying on their own diminishing capacity, that you can actually use AI as a starting point to recognize what parts of you are real and what parts you might want to consider questioning. It has to be done very delicately, right? And it has to be with the individual in the driver's seat at all times. That's a non-negotiable. And I think the world that we're getting into pretty quickly is one where the individual is not in the driver's seat, and you have companies that are using technology to better understand the human being in order to sell the person something, manipulate them, change their opinion on something. Politics, commerce, marketing, all of it. And so I think it behooves us to create something that is sovereign, that we can use ourselves. So I think we're all walking around to some extent with bloat, maybe except for little kids, but that's why they're so fun. Like you can interact with what I call walking cheat codes, because they don't have all this bloat in their heads yet, and they're pure, and they're just interacting with reality as it is. So I know it's a bit of a controversial topic, but if you use AI to declutter your own mind or to try to help you see clearly, I'd love to hear about how you do that.